you were from an artist family. So you were kind of, I'll say it, you were kind of fucked. There's not really anything else you're
I was
supposed to
born
be
into
doing
it.
you're born into it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where you're supposed to be in my eyes. Thank God that you have that, and that your brother has, that you guys have those gifts
I
that
mean,
your dad had naturally, and it's just, it kind of is in the blood.
a lot of it too, and we're going to go back to timing because, after Pride, like, so with the Meat Puppets and Gibby, we signed a deal too. I've been on 3 different major labels. They just all didn't sell.
Yeah.
But I had good shots. I got 3 shots at least. Atlantic, Geffen, and Warner Brothers, which was Gibby's thing, because when we signed it, they specifically said, if this record does good, you automatically are going on to, because it was a smaller label.
Yeah.
It was distributed by Warner. So they specifically said, hey, if this, and this was 2004, but they said, if this does good, we're going to automatically just go to be on Warner's. It's going to, but it didn't do anything.
Right.
So all this stuff, it's just maybe been bad timing. But here's what I want to say. Regardless of the timing, regardless of any of that, what is the most important out of everything we just talked about? The music you leave behind. If it's good, and I feel it is. You listen to Gibby's record, you listen to the 3 Meat Puppets records, Rat Farm, Lollipop, Golden Lies, the stuff I put out. I just want to make sure whether it sells or not, whether it goes tinfoil or multi-platinum, whatever, that the music is good, because that's the only thing that's going to last in the very end. If it doesn't sell, but somebody gets on the internet or Spotify and hears that and they just love it, that's really the bottom line, right? Regardless of any selling.
Of course.
That's what we're left with.
Of course.
Right. I've always been envious of guys like you and Jason, of course, anybody that's, was able to record an album that will outlive all of us.
Regardless of sales.
To me, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
to me, the fact that you're able to leave that piece of you behind and for people to discover for forever and ever is just...
Pocket killing, but you're right. And people can listen to Gibby Haynes and His Problem or Lollipop or Golden Lies, and hopefully they remember, 100 years from now, they're like, hey, man, that's good. It's what you leave behind, regardless. We all want to sell. We all want to be successful. And I that's great. But it's the product that you leave. It doesn't matter if it's a painting, if you're an artist. It's the product that you leave behind. If it's shitty, it's shitty. But I think when I look at my little discography and everything, there's some great stuff in there. And I just hope that 100 years from now, somebody might discover Lollipop, Meat Puppets, go, oh, that drummer's really cool, or Pariah, or whatever. It's that's the most important, regardless of sales.
You're exactly right.
When you were in the Meat Puppets and in Gibby Haynes's band, Gibby, of course, for those who are listening who may not know, the singer for the Butthole Surfers, you guys were out touring, Meat Puppets and Gibby. You were out on tours with the heaviest hitters of the day, right? I mean, weren't you out with like Stone Temple Pilots and stuff like that?
Yeah. So because I've been in the Meat Puppets twice, let me just back up just a little bit. After Pariah, Kirkwood and the Meat Puppets and Kyle, they started writing songs. Kirkwood's brother was kind of out of commission with drugs, so they started writing songs. So I have to thank Kyle to this day, because he's the one who said, oh, I knew a good rock drummer, Shandon. And through that association, I've been with the Meat Puppets almost 11 years. I'm not with them right now, but in the carnation of the last 20 years, I've done 11 years of my life with them. And I have to thank Kyle, because Kyle, he could have suggested J.J. Johnson. He could have suggested Kyle Snyder. He didn't. He suggested, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With that association, I've had 11 great years in a classic, alternative, classic grunge band. Now, we opened up for Foo Fighters. I've met Novoselic and Grohl numerous times. When we played, we opened up for Soundgarden, and that was phenomenal. They literally came running out right before in the backstage area in the back, when we were about to head out, and they were like, not Cornell, but the bass player. What's that guy's name?
Ben Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Came out, oh, man, you're on our show. Oh, you're on our 3. He was just like a kid in a candy store. He loved the Meat Puppets. And then Kurt goes, hey, man, this is our new drummer. Oh, man, nice to meet you. Then Matt Cameron saw us, and then we had 3 shows. After the first one, him and his kid were on the side of the stage watching us play. He's like, oh, I'm going to get my kid. We're going to go there because it was great.
Wow.
So the only place I've ever played in Vancouver, only one place I only played at one time. What was it? The Vancouver Arena.
Wow.
Of course.
I never
Man.
played a club there at all. The only place I've ever played is the Vancouver Arena. That's the only one time. Mastodon, it was Meat Puppets, Mastodon, Queens of the Stone Age, and Soundgarden.
Wow, that's a great gig, man.
It was bad to the bone.
That's awesome.
Again, I'm really appreciative now. I want to do good and just absorb it and not just run fastly through it and have it be gone and look back. Like, I want to try to, you pick the flower and instead of just, whatever, take it, and you take a little more time to enjoy what's around you.
It's nice to see you, just in general, Shandon. You look great. You sound great. His
hair looks fantastic.
You've cut out. Yeah, your hair looks great.
I'm going to tell you that sometime.
My wife cuts his hair for those who are listening.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, we got that. Handing out cards to the salon.
Kim.
Yeah, it's important to bring this up just to you from a friend to a friend because we've known each other forever. I mean, I feel like I've known you since you were a child, and it's kind of like you're born into this. Your dad is a legend, but it seems to me that you never really leaned in on that to try to cash in ever. When your dad passed, it was more like his legion. You were already part of it because you're blood.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any big money grab or anything like that. So keeping all of that in mind, you're born into it. Right out of high school, you're still a punk ass kid. You're a Kiss fan. You're a rock and roll freak. You had your brother's influence. You joined your high school, your buddies in school and we're in a band called Pariah, which led you into, basically threw you into all of these other opportunities.
That's exactly right.
The Meat Puppets, the Gibby Haynes stuff, all kind of coming from San Antonio, really, because the Buttholes and Gibby and probably the connection that the Buttholes even may have had with the Meat Puppets a little bit. But then the Austin thing is very sort of close-knit and family. Everybody knows it's very incestuous. I'm just you could draw a straight line, and there are some bumps in it here, some bummer moments, but there's some really good spikes in it for you. I feel like as long as it's not going like diving, and it's never taken a dive, in my opinion, of where you are as Shandon Sahm. I feel like it's been it's better to just like be able to ride this straight road you're in and grow old gracefully, doing exactly what you were fucking here to put on the earth to do.
I didn't know that at first. Yeah,
you're blind. You're blinded by other things when you're a child. You don't know. But then eventually you're like, oh, shit, I'm not going to do that again.
It kind of lands in and like, okay, do you want to keep doing this? Are you a musician? This is
right. The questions of life, like what is the meaning of life? What am I supposed to be doing right now with myself? I have all this crazy energy. Which button do I press next? Right.
That's right.
So you were given these, I feel like it's not even you were given these opportunities because you were kind of like, you were just given these choices of places to go. And of course you said yes, because you're a musician.
That's right.
It's true.
I didn't start off, that's the thing. I really was like, well, what do I want to do? And, maybe I want to be a doctor or whatever. And then you get in this, and it's just kind of, so music chose me.
Yeah.
I was going like this. What should I do with my life? It happened. And then after Pariah, it really was a test of, okay, you got to do more than what most local, but you got to get signed. You got to da-da-da-da. So you played rock star. Are you cool with that? Are you done now?
Sure. But you're never done. I mean, after you take off the costume, or someone the rental company calls and goes, hey, you need to bring the rock star costume back to the costume rental place that you rented. You owe money on it. Da da da. It's like I didn't want that anyway. I want to play music, dude. You remind me more of your dad the more we get into this conversation.